Is Max Verstappen a bully? Some people think so. He rose in the ranks of Formula One through a driving style that some would call aggressive. So, in today's video, let's look at what others have to say and see if you think he is the tyrant people claim him to be. Back in 2015, when Max Verstappen made his debut on the F1 grid, his undeniable talent was apparent to all. Italian journalist Leo Torini adds an interesting perspective, calling him a bully. Verstappen's remarkable journey saw him leap from Formula 3 straight into Formula 1, skipping Formula 2 entirely. Red Bull's gamble definitely paid off when, just over a year into his Formula 1 journey, they elevated Max Verstappen to their senior team. His very first race for Red Bull Racing, the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, ended in victory. Since then, his performances and achievements have consistently elevated, positioning Verstappen for a potential third consecutive driver's title. Verstappen faced criticism from his fellow drivers for his controversial maneuver of shifting under braking, which resulted in a ban on such actions. Although the ban has been lifted, regulations now allow only a single defensive move. Additionally, following the 2018 Brazilian Grand Prix, the FIA required Verstappen to undertake 2 days of public service as a consequence of his physical alteration with Esteban Ocon. Over the years that followed, a range of grievances have been voiced by drivers like Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. But in the middle of these challenges, Max Verstappen has earned himself 2 world titles, with a third one seemingly on the horizon. Along with these accomplishments, he has shattered numerous records. This season, Verstappen is poised to clinch his third title while pursuing records for the most wins in a season, consecutive victories, and the earliest title win. According to Italian journalist Torini, these achievements underscore the remarkable journey that the Dutchman has undertaken. He said, "Verstappen has matured over the years. He's always had incredible talent, but he was a bully to begin with. Now, he's almost perfect. Verstappen is an absolute phenomenon. To deny it is foolish." Everyone can have the ideas he wants about the character, but if one argues Max as a driver, well, he's an expert. Verstappen is definitely stronger than Sergio Perez, as well as almost all of his competitors in the present. He further likened the relationship between Verstappen and his current teammate Perez to the dynamic between Argentina's Lionel Messi and his compatriot Leandro Paredes, the former hailing from Barcelona FC and the latter from Juventus. Verstappen is to Perez what Messi is to the former Juventus player Paredes. Regarding the Verstappen versus Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc comparison, Torini said, "Verstappen is stronger than Leclerc because when he had a car from him, he won the world championship. Leclerc has never had it. No one can say, for example, how it would hold up to the horrendous pressure of 2021. For those who want to end the bullying, former Red Bull driver Mark Webber has the solution. He recently disclosed that the way to stop Max Verstappen this season would be reliability issues, he told Formula One media. "It's only reliability problems that will stop it, I think. I think it's really hard for people to understand this level of domination, how much work and effort goes into it. That's the big thing. You've got to give credit. People have to give credit where it's due. To get that level of advantage with the depth of competition in F1 is impressive. There's so many opportunities to make mistakes, whether it's pit stops, reliability, presentation of the car, driver errors, but it's just been a run for the ages, and obviously McLaren in 1988 was the last time it happened." Following the summer break, racing action will recommence at Zandvoort, hosting Verstappen's home Grand Prix. Mark Webber is of the opinion that the entire motorsport community will rally behind the 25-year-old during this event, saying, "I think the world would like to see him win his home race. He's the one out there executing. He's dancing when the curtains go back, and he goes out on stage and does it. We know the level of intensity he brings. He's top draw. For the opposition, of course, he's now well established in his career. He's got an immense amount of experience. He's going to enjoy the summer break. He's going to come back refreshed, and I think, because there's even no pressure on him, it's even more of an advantage for him." McLaren CEO Zak Brown has a few words regarding Red Bull's other driver, and none of them are pretty. He said that if Red Bull fielded 2 Sergio Perez-like drivers, the World Championship would have a more open playing field. Brown's comments come in response to Max Verstappen's current dominant run in Formula One. having clinched victory in the past 8 races and widening his lead in the drivers' standings by 125 points. Perez faced challenges in qualifying performance compared to his thriving Red Bull teammate, adding a little truth to the comparison as pointed out by the McLaren leader. Following Sergio Perez's triumph in 2 out of the initial 4 races this season, the 2023 campaign has been skewed in favour of his teammate. Perez faced a challenging streak, failing to qualify for Q3 in 5 consecutive races. As a result, he had to engage in recovery drives and focus on minimising damage to his World Championship points tally. Before the summer break, Perez secured 2 podium finishes in Hungary and Belgium. However, it was Max Verstappen who claimed the top spot on both occasions. Brown acknowledged that the formidable pairing of Verstappen and a Red Bull car appears dominant at present. But without the Dutchman, this season would see more competition. He told ESPN, "As much as Red Bull's killing everyone right now, it's really Max is killing everyone right now. That Max-Red Bull combination is just unbeatable at the moment, and Max and the team isn't making any mistakes. If they had 2 Sergios in the car, with all due respect, this championship would kind of be wide open. So you've got something pretty special going on with Max and Red Bull. If you take Max out of it and take everyone who's finished second this year and give them a win, it would be a pretty competitive, exciting championship. We've had a second, Aston's had a second, Ferrari's had a second, Mercedes has had a second, Sergio's had a second. You would have 5 teams that would have won a race this year. As soon as we all catch up to Red Bull, I think that's going to be the state of play for Formula One." Regarding Verstappen's evident dominance, Brown believes that Formula One's overall appeal is not being affected at this time. When questioned about potential drawbacks from a single-driver dominance, Brown said, "No, I think 1, the races are uber exciting, and it's not just about who wins, right? There's racing throughout the field, and the racing's been awesome. I think we've seen in other sports, Tiger Woods win every single time out and ratings were never greater because people admire seeing an athlete at the top of the sport. I wouldn't want it to go on forever, but I don't think it's hurting us. The depth of competition is fascinating. The races have been super exciting and they tend to cover the whole field. I wouldn't want to see it continue, for selfish reasons, but for right now it's totally sustainable." According to Le Mans winner Richard Bradley, overlooking Alex Albon's potential candidacy for Red Bull would be foolish. Albon has undertaken a career resurgence at Williams after joining the team before the 2022 season. His series of noteworthy achievements, including a notable P7 finish at the 2023 Canadian GP, has ignited speculation about a potential comeback to Red Bull. Both Red Bull principal Christian Horner and senior advisor Helmut Marko have lauded Alex Albon for his impressive performances. Albon's strong showings have positioned him as a potential contender for a Ferrari seat as well. When questioned on the On Track GP podcast about the possibility of Red Bull approaching Albon, Bradley said, "I mean, he left them on good terms, and they've all said that. I know Alex a little bit, and I don't really see how you can have bad terms with him. He's such a nice guy. You'd be stupid not to start thinking about him and looking at him. He's personable. He's very marketable, obviously, with the Thailand connection as well, and he's doing a phenomenal job. And he's been in those big environments before. He's probably grown up quite a bit now and become a lot more mature. And he's still quite young as well, so it's not like you're talking about someone right at the end of their career. You could build something around him." So, in your opinion, is Max Verstappen a bully? Tell us in the comments section down below. And, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.